Remember that your blood is your honor, my friends. Chua welcome back to the Blood Samurai 7 channel. Today we are back at it again with Final Fantasy XVI. We're gonna go ahead and head up into our new base of the Hideaway and go talk to people. I also am gonna go upgrade my sword. So. Quest is over there, so we're gonna go over here, talk to the Aerie Stone, then the Tub and Crown.
Sid!
Staying in this time.
Does that one have blood on it?
Is it business or pleasure? Go on then. It'd better all be here. Is that all?
What do you need? What's that for you, dear?
I don't. There should be some of the instant mashed potatoes up there too. I'm just saying, dog. Well, be fucking offended then.
Anything else?
Have we any more knuckle pie? Welcome back, Sid.
As if setting our people free wasn't enough. Good news, everyone. The casks have been liberated. Here's to Sid.
Always celebrate with your people.
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
I have to.
Have you been to the top? I hear a new shipment's just arrived.
Where's the bookman? Is there no bookman? There is no bookman. Look at that.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons. I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well,
How'd you do
then.
that?
Shall we start with the state of
Of course,
the
you
realm?
blocked her out.
To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Here for another of my lectures. What is it that you wish to learn? Of course.
Yeah, she's capable of a lot.
Study it well, Clive. Very good.
Norseman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed.
I believe this belongs to you.
Ready?
If you want to, yeah.
Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
My knowledge is yours. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. What subject shall we consider today? You are always welcome, Clive.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Otto stole us. All right. I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Clive! You're back! You didn't happen to run out of potions while you're away, did you? We've a fine selection of tonics and tinctures. Oh, perhaps you'd be interested in some new accoutrement. Gear.
Nice. Looking good.
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the town.
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk. What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain. War after war, loss.
And whatever I don't eat, I can take with me to work.
And now?
That's good.
Now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that.
Your gravy?
And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
My mouth is full. Leave me alone.
Clearly, it's good if you know. I totally didn't burn myself to it.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows.
See, but you're lying.
Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Where's this Tinder, homie?
Sorry.
They've heard you say worse.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
Huh? You put a little bit of red flakes in it.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
If it does, let it alone. Okay.
If something has happened to Martha, we need to speak with Otto.
What?
I might not eat all my chicken so I can take some of it to work with me. I'll probably eat like half. It was really good. I hope you go back and finish that match between me and Roman Reigns, because I want that motherfucker to be out.
What do we know, Otto?
Just make sure you keep it down a little bit, because I got hit last episode for the stuff they were hearing in the background.
Started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken.
Your video got me flagged.
The usual. But
I know, weird, but it got me flagged.
Without a word to anyone.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
And how may I assist you today? What is it that you wish to learn? Here you are. Thus ends today's lesson.
Oh, there's a side quest here? Where?
And he's not even good with his voice. It's just... Look at it.
Finish with that lot. Welcome back, Sid.
Damn blighted bilge.
Aside
from the holes in my hull?
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry'll keep eating away at the timber like young Tet does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad. To make pitch, you need pitch trees.
She also doesn't know how to jump up onto
Live
chairs.
trees are one of the 1,000 things
As long as somebody's sitting in them, yeah.
Deadlands.
She doesn't know how to jump onto them without someone there.
I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax. to trap birds and beetles and whatnot.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Caulk and ball. Alright, time to be smart. Thank you, David. Do me a favor. Keep an eye on my plate. We're just gonna go fill this up with some more mashed potatoes. And I don't trust the white and brown devil of death and destruction. Oh, I plan on it. Sorry, guys. I'm getting my lunch ready for work tonight. Because, you know, everyone else has today off. Me, I do not. I work the 4th of July. I always have. I haven't had a 4th of July off in, fuck, 7 years? 8 years? God, has it really been that long since the last time I had a 4th of July off to go enjoy fireworks? It has. And just like that, me lunch is made for work. Ooh, there's some barbecue. I might actually have to grab that. Definitely let the boys know that you have some mashed potatoes out here that they can have. I think they're outside smoking. So Lily? Oh, was Vi not home yet? There's them know that there's... she said she was fine. She took chicken with her and sandwiches.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth.
Go for it! This one. Go for it! Kill! I've heard talk of
Really wouldn't taste it anyway. Really wouldn't taste it anyway. Not enough meat.
Afuera aquí! Afuera aquí! I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
What But again, thank you for fixing dinner the rest of the way. David, want him to retire. Beat him enough that he doesn't want to come back to Raw. Make him go to SmackDown to try and run away from me. And enjoy my movie. Huh? Yeah, make him not want to come back and fight me anymore. Make him run away to SmackDown scared.
Finish with that long back, Sid. Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Roman? Yeah, running scared. Running scared from the god of destruction.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. Well, I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came.
What? You're not gonna eat the
Boat's
chicken?
all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Huh? I don't have to worry about that because I already put half my chicken away. Me? Of course I am. I'm 6'8".
What happened here?
We need to find the others.
I'm sorry, Sid. We were too late. The Imperials have already left.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be nearby.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we? Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will.
Blood?
Before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
What are you after? Take care out there, eh?
Oi, look sharp!
Hey? What?
Good to see you, Sid. The soldiers who did this are long gone, I'm afraid.
If those Orsons touch an hair on Martha's head, I'll kill them all myself.
Look. Up ahead. Martha. Are you hurt?
Good.
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Yo, who do you think would have... Okay, this just changed my perception. Like, who do you think would have the most nasty fast? Do you think... Dude,
Black Shields.
No, women.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Dog, today just, like, changed my...
Here, I'll put it this way. Men are simplistic. We need one bottle of shampoo, a small bottle of conditioner, and a body wash we enjoy, and a loofah. That's it. Women, whole bathroom covered in hair products, body care. Fucking, you could find a fucking stray hair tie anywhere.
Dog, so I haven't even taken my hazmat training, right? Dude, the toilet kept being fucking clogged in the female's bathroom. It was absolutely disgusting. Like, there was okay, I'm not trying to be mean, but there was a female that came in that looked like she just started like 500-600 pounds. Like, she spent an hour in the bathroom and straight up destroyed the whole cafe area and made it smell like shit tacos. She clogged the toilet and then it flooded through the bathroom all the way into the cafe. So I'm with a squeegee, like, doing little dew marks and water and toilet paper, trying to, like, push it out and clean it. It was just
It was gross. Alright, now, get him up to the top. Put him through that fucking thing.
How you gonna do my blood roaming like that?
I'm trying to make sure he doesn't come back.
Don't even do my blood roaming like that.
Can you break the ring? Aren't I? No, I'm a heavyweight. That's right. I remember now. It sounds like you can't break the top of the cage anymore either.
What?
Which is gay. Yeah, I know, 100%. I was like, I want you to make sure he can't come back, or he decides to switch to SmackDown. Love it.
You twisted joke. There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Attack! Sickle!
Man, I remember back when you could create like a full-blown entrance by yourself.
Hey, so I don't know how you guys feel about. I don't know how you feel about it. I know about there's a bunch of food in the trash over at Whole Foods. Bad.
Over here. Farewell.
It's wasteful.
Like the bars.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
Bars, if you like those, there's those in the trash.
Wow, I thought Whole Foods was all about, we don't...
No, so what they do is they donate all the stuff that's not like punctured or bad to like what you call those charity groups to feed people.
Food shelf.
Yes, and then the other stuff that they throw away is, for example, like the macaroni I'm talking about. There's like a little puncture in the box from like somebody box study. There's like a tiny puncture in the hole, and it just throw it all away, even if it's just one box. So I don't know how you feel about that, but if you want that, bring it to you. They also got strawberries that people don't eat, oranges, and bananas. If you're interested in any of those.
Yeah, I mean, any food you can bring home, man, just bring home. At this point, we just need food.
It'd be daily things, so that's why I was just asking.
Yeah, if you bring anything home, we'll do what we can to eat it, you know?
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Oh, go back. So they got a female. The female they got. Trash. None of the good divas. This is cool.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers
What
to
year did
this.
Gigi go? I've never seen.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them.
Mid-performance.
Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law.
So it's just like a jet.
To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take
The
long.
last time I watched her was when she got her ass.
This one.
No, it wasn't just called off and knocked her on her ass. She got in the ring with The Rock. The Rock says, I'm not going to hit a woman. But she can. And Rhonda got right there in Stephanie's face, looked her in the eyes and said, Stephanie, taking that as an insult, then decided, I'm going to bitch slap you. No, she went, whack! And Rhonda took the hit. She turned her head, looked at her and went, it's on. And then hip tossed her.
And then when Triple H tried to pull her off, she beat the fuck out of him too.
And Triple H was like, what the fuck is going on?
To put their hands on a WWE superstar.
Is that all of them?
From China and hold their mouth. Because if you remember correctly, China was the Intercontinental Champion.
And she put her hands on fucking everybody. And she was willing to put her hands on fucking anybody.
Big Show. Who's the dude that did the belly slaps and the axe slaps?
Belly Rikishi. He also did Stinkface. You gotta tell me you remember Stinkface. Would put them in the fucking corner and run up and slam his ass in their face. Yeah, Stinkface.
Dude, I've been trying to find that on YouTube because those videos are just so funny. Just hold him in the corner. Bam! Bam!
Big Show does that too. That's actually Big Show's corner signature, is the big slaps. And he does, what, 6 of them? And then he goes, 7.
Okay, so, you know, they're not going to say she shit herself on me. But if you watch the fight, she shit her pants.
Who?
Rhonda.
Against
I didn't
who?
see the abbot.
Oh, the girl who
He's
knocked her
still
out in like a
alive.
second?
How she's infamously walked away from the sport following back-to-back knockout losses at the hands of Holly Holmes and Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes is the one who knocked her the fuck out. Amanda Nunes. That's the Spanish girl, yep. At the time, Rowdy took the loss of card following the home loss. She admitted to experiencing suicidal thoughts and questioning her self-worth as she was no longer seen as UFC.
The abbot.
So she lost the title. What a pathetic loser.
Yeah, now she's, you know, in Raw, fucking shit up.
You know, I respect everyone that gets their ass rocked and then, like, come back and, like...
Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
They take it. Everybody's got to take it at some point, you know?
Well, I mean, when it
He's
came to
breathing.
Rhonda, it was that she had never suffered a loss that bad, and she was like, I need to take some time. I need to figure myself out.
That's the thing, you know, like, I consider the great, you know, like, even if they get their ass kicked, eating through UFC, jiu-jitsu, whatever, you know, whoever gets their ass kicked, you know, it's bound to happen.
Yeah, it's humbling.
You can't just expect to fight and not get fucking rocked. Huh?
Undertaker, he lost more than most people. His streak broken.
Will return. Undefeated at WrestleMania. He wasn't gonna give up that match. It got called on him.
Rosario will never be safe unless we...
No, that wasn't his first loss, though. Was that the first loss? I thought it was Shawn Michael who beat it.
Because Lesnar, after he beat Undertaker, 6 months, kept going around going 21-1, 21-1. So there's this new Hawaiian kid. His name's Capoli. He's
In here.
147.
We found a survivor.
And won right now in wrestling. He only lost one match, and he's trying to get into WWE. But like, what I was trying to get at is like,
he's gone.
I feel like you gain so much more of a following, you know. Get your ass rocked, and you come back, and then you prove yourself.
I mean, think of
You
it.
don't take a break.
I'll put it this way. There are certain people who know how to take a humbling. There's one current person in the WWE who does not know how to take a humbling, and that is Dominic Mysterio.
Yes.
Rey Mysterio, Roman Reigns doesn't know how to
He's a
hit.
little baby. He's a little baby, but
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms.
In
Fighting
3.5
for
years.
those who
okay,
fought for
but in
them.
all respect, I'd rather have
they
my own
rose from their
family fuck
beds.
me up than anybody else.
Dominic got his ass rocked by his fucking dad. And then the thing that's...
No, they did his son and father.
Yeah, they did a son and father match, and Ray rocked Dominic. You know what Dominic says the next Monday? You're not even my real dad. I don't trust you as my dad. You know what? I would be happier if Eddie was my dad.
Performer casting.
As much as you said you
I'll
loved
get someone
me,
to-
you wouldn't have went out on the biggest show
I'll do it.
of our fucking company
Of course.
of the year and embarrassed me.
Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
You know why he got his shit kicked in? Because he slapped his mother across the face. Goddamn.
Don't ever hit mom. Don't ever touch your mother like that. I've
That's your mother. But at the end of the day, that's my wife. You ain't gonna come up and disrespect my wife.
And then the shit he was saying about Eddie Guerrero, bro. No. No bueno. Kevin Owens is after my title? Please murder him. Of course you are. And of course, who's the last match? Why are they the last match? Make me the last match. Put me up against Edge. I dare you. What the hell's an Arham doing here?
You think it's spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Torgal, kill! To me, boy! Down, Torgal! Attack! Get him!
Wait, who's going for my title? Obviously. Why is there a triple threat match at the end? Whose title is it for?
Over here! Sick him! Get him! Go for him! Help me, boy. Over here. Now, Torgal. All yours, Torgal. Get him. To me, boy. This one. Over here. This one. Get him. Go for it. Get him. This one. Over here! This one. All yours, Torgal. Get him. Sick him. Go for it. This one. Enough.
Ooh. Whoa, who are you doing an edit on? Oh, that's dope. I like that. You know what I saw when I saw that one? Oh, no, go back down. You know what I just saw? Go back over. Otto, who am I? I'm going to hell, I know.
That's better. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Are you going with Reku colors, really? I mean, I wouldn't say no. That does look dope right there.
Oi, look sharp! And they call themselves our country.
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my
You want to be Kratos?
Oh. You couldn't have known.
But I
That's
did.
Kratos style right
And I
there.
turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't
Go back
turn
towards
my
the
nose
purple
up
one.
if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Go down one. There you go. That's what I love about that. Is it works well for dark. So with that one, if you could use it, Black Blood. Thank you. I don't know what I use Black Blood for, but okay.
We're best off staying where we
Try not to move.
Oi! You handy? Of course you are. Bet you're a bloody... Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not?
Chocobos.
You heard me? And not just white.
Chocobos.
It's true. Go on. There's a...
Where can I...
I saw him cut across the way, yo. Don't worry.
I'm sure
Good luck.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, looks like they went that way.
Over here! Go for it! Over here! This one!
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight. They're in trouble.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still.
All right, then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Same with mine. Huh? Yeah. Why do I feel like I'm going to start a rivalry with Kevin Owens? I don't want it. Huh? Maybe.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Is this just a regular match?
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
I am David. I am the samurai, the god of destruction.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old White Hart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, White Hart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind.
Superman punch make him bleed?
Best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
Crossroads!
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Dodged out of the way last second, huh? Did you make him tap?
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Should I actually make something happen to Seth Rollins? Oh, not Seth Rollins. Who did I make suffer? Yeah, how's Roman doing?
I hear there's trouble.
Yeah. He's in WrestleMania as a manager? I fucked him up that good, huh?
That room's as ragged as...
So Martha's all right.
Ah, my favorite pupil. How may I help you today? Study it well, Clive. Very good.
So you're in a rivalry with Lesnar, huh?
Think it's all right to touch him?
Don't know. You go first.
See, I don't care what anyone says. To me, that is romantic as shit. Jill is sending Clive letters. Even though they're out and about together constantly, she'll write him letters and put them in his reading table so that he can come home after a long day and read them. I'm like, that is romantic as fuck. I don't care what anyone says.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for? Eh? Huh?
He wants that championship, homie.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
You got my message last night, right? Yeah, literally, like, down.
Won't be long now, Martel. See,
Is everything all right?
oh yeah, it's just, well,
It's good to know there's something of the...
Martel, I'm not impressed. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for it.
She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once, here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honour of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
Probably him realizing, oh shit, someone's outside, I can't steal shit.
Did you come through the forge today?
David's a bully in this game, so you're aware.
I hear there's trouble in those areas.
It's probably been a while since Brock Western was on the receiving end of one of those.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, she'd have been... Them old apples were enough to curdle your guts.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Goku's falling over, David.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hide of old seed nab.
That sounds...
Bloody old... Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive.
Not so much as a thank you.
What?
Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards. What's the hunt? It's what just right. The people up them.
Here for another of my lectures. What is it that you wish to learn? The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Them old apples were enough to curdle your guts.
Oh, Clive!
The papers.
Oh, no, Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Always something in there.
Clearview Sambrek.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
Of course the old man would go after me first.
I think it's alright to touch him.
David. Did you hear me? Said of course the old man would go after me first.
The Cursebreakers sent their thanks. They were clearly very...
They remember sheep when she fight. They...
Don't know if that was a good idea, David. God, y'all just reverse flowing the fuck out of each other. What the hell is this? The old man's getting aggressive.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
RKO out of nowhere.
Mother's reach extends. Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Over here! Now, Torgal! Go, Torgal! Get him! Go, Torgal!
You almost won the title from him and he would have lost his shit.
This one. Get him. It's over.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
You're a long way from home, aren't you? There you are. Much obliged. You won't be disappointed. Keep to the roads now.
Excuse me, but
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Did you just take out the rep?
The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's
No!
nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing.
He's only got the WWE Championship.
I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way.
Oh, fuck, man.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well,
buy them.
Whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But
He wants to booty bump the fuck out of you, David.
who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire?
Stink face! Stink face!
A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Roman. Unaga.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apothecary, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. I'm going to like it.
Over here!
Thought Rikishi was dead.
This one.
More of my mother's men.
This one.
To me, boy. This one. Stick 'em. Over here. Stick 'em. Mogul, kill. This one. Get him. This one. All yours, Torgal.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria. Slow. This one.
This is why I don't play regular Switch.
Ain't that the fucking truth? Put him in the corner and butt slam his face!
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message.
So fucking great, bro.
Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps.
You better go do that to Andre the Giant. Go do it to Andre the Giant.
They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Oh shit.
Because it moves at night. How do I swallow it? You get more time. It's all
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
Yes, I have to go on the
Yeah. That's because they'll never release him in a game again.
What madness drives her, and I will end it.
But we're not going to get on that topic. Because I sit on both.
Alright, great.
We should go.
Phenomenal wrestler. Terrible person.
Yes.
Terrible person.
But phenomenal performance. Man,
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
The Islander boys. No. Know that. He has like the... You know that tribal tattoo that's not tribal, it's just a bunch of like pointy shit?
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith. Good girl.
Yeah!
I can walk from here.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting down the road.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Not here. Someone's brave.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Have mercy.
Voice-rinsed dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
No, get enough
Fuck off.
And you generous bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said,
Away with you,
off.
filth!
Back to your sties!
Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. But Lazarus... We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. And the entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Out of here.
I love...
Who the fuck is running in? Who did you say? Of course it's Jimmy! Fucking pussy can't fight without his cousin coming in?
It's an Iron Man match. What would you expect?
Whatever, bro. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Get the hell up, man. I could
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
I love... So, guys, in case you're wondering, Dark's over there playing with Vi. They're playing WWE 2K23. And they're just having a fucking riot. You gonna go after Jimmy now?
Not abandoned then.
Get up.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies.
You're just making his concussion worse.
No, he's just gonna make it so it wins. Because now he's got to pin me 4 times. Rest it like that.
Or not.
Over here!
That was racist. Of course, press 1 law beating up the minority. It's a minority.
Get him!
I'll give you 2 points. So you don't lose. I'm 9.5. I want this right. Okay.
Damn.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
I'm a button masher, no way.
I'm a button masher in no way.
It really is you.
It is. So wait.
Yeah.
We can speak inside.
Oh god, he's gonna charge finisher you.
It's just the same fucking code. It's an iron box.
How many points is that, David?
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son?
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
It doesn't look like he has enough.
So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
And let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
You're telling me that's the Archduke?
What is it you require? As you wish, my lord. Will that be all? Our thanks, my lord. I'm sure that it will prove useful. Our thanks, my lord. It has been an honor.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle while the Black Shields...
How small?
Small enough.
But until...
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but one putting an end to the...
And so we shall.
We'll keep them from the bridge.
The blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Yeah! Sideways. Come along. The bastards are
There they are. On your command, my lord.
There.
What is it now? I told you.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
This one.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battle for them.
Get him!
Over here!
More dragons.
Works. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Get him! Get him!
Ooh. Challenge you on your own bread and butter, David.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing. This one.
He's a newer guy.
So wait! Found her. There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him? Thanks, boy. Get him!
I don't see any more.
Nor do I.
Okay, Google.
Plan worked.
When did Sheamus start wrestling in WWE?
Bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud.
He made his WWE debut in 2009.
Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullens. For the time being, at least.
That's 14 years of him wrestling.
Well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then
You got fucking smacked.
I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die.
We'll go together.
And her loyal
Damn.
subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
I love how you're just sitting there mocking by.
Not mocking by. I'm teaching him. Maybe a little bit. Listen, when I'm pissed off, I do really good.
I honestly hope he just beats your ass now. Fuck! That was a big hit.
And how long
Down you
has
go.
my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience.
Sit your happy ass on the ground, bitch, baby.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you... If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Zoe. If there is ever anything...
I know.
Big boot.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Okay. Yeah.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
Bro, kick him again. Damn it.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
Do it. Do it. You got this. Make him tap.
Uncle Byron.
Rutherford! Inform the kitchens! There'll be guests! We dine immediately!
But, Uncle...
No!
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach.
You got him! You got him! You did it!
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low.
Hey,
something has
David.
changed. Quite what?
You got
I don't
bro
know,
kicked
but
and then submission
the woman
victory.
we knew is gone, and a
That's gotta
monster
hurt a
sits
little
in her
bit.
place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
The only way to win
It's
is
been
getting straight
20
through the table,
years,
right?
Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother.
Do it. No balls.
Yo, that's the match.
All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
They're mocking Clive right now.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Jill's crying. Just aggressively walking back and forth.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Oh, he almost went into it.
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused.
David, you shouldn't be fighting with the mask on. That's fucked up.
And before I knew it,
ooh!
I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Never, Jill. You're sexy.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive.
That's so pathetic.
Do you understand?
Hit them so slowly. Hit it every time.
I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
Oh, shit!
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others. Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess. I didn't take you for...
Oh, this? I borrowed... I went from... But you... Fat...
So...
The... Is the...
Right,
There are new billets being posted every day.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's black, and if I'm not something, it's like I'm.
But if...
All right, now wait.
I could have sworn we had a few.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Cat.
Clark, talk, please.
Oh, that's why I didn't...
Karen, anyway. There, you go.
All right. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid...
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will...
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should... Assuming you're happy to help that...
Too bloody...
Glad to hear it. Karen, Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we...
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way, but it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Makes all his stuff to order. But
you don't know where...
Like I don't... He did a panel.
Here, now where the...
Thank you, Karen.
At least...
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have.
I'll leave the hunting while you get on.
Good idea.
day to you.
Come on. Time to fight. Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew. Something there, boy? Could that be our man? Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I... Do you remember?
Water didn't stop her. Well,
you should be.
And I...
What is it?
Treat it if you're...
You sure?
Well, and thanks...
In that case, I'll see that...
I'd be... Right.
Will do. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood. Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after you.
Unwanted.
You're used to any do. No,
Thank.
Oh nice, you're about to get a new sword.
Stay sharp.
After what the Empire did to Basel.
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Attack! This one. Get him! This one! Get him! This one! Attack! Go to him! Get him! Now, Torgo! Over here!
Better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad.
Did you find our mystery ingredient? Mom!
You wouldn't.
Grab a spoon. And
you.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
And with a bit of... How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Good few times, too. And that's... Oh, this is fine.
Yeah? Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch...
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor, but after...
me better...
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still.
That was the Clive.
It's good.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a... Anyway.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. Nah, it wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted, I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
Back, are ya? What do you want? That it? Fine.
I could have sworn we had a few more. Typical nobles.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. What would
The
you'll them there was As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate.
But instead, I'd say...
But not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
It will be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need. And I know that...
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud. Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's breath. Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go. I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as it was before. And the only way past them is through them.
Get him! All yours, Torgal. Over here! Get him! Sick him! Sick him! Go, Torgal! Over here!
Was that an earthquake?
They happen all the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about. Over here! Kill! Go, Torgal! Get him! Over here! Nice more! Stick him!
Get him!
The old arboretum is just up ahead. We'll enter the caves from there. Look at this place. What a mess.
Wait.
Turned.
Nothing a shield of Rosaria can't handle. Just like old times. Be sure to keep clear of his paw.
Believe me, I mean to.
This one.
That's foul.
Don't breathe it in.
I still can't believe they can jump. Don't these things have roots?
Press on.
Yes. It's like a furnace in here.
We're inside the volcano. You get used to the heat. Though I don't remember it being quite this hot.
Was that one cause for concern?
It was. And they're getting bigger. Something's wrong.
Over here! Get him! Stick him! Go, Torgal!
Guess we're all ready.